this is Laura from the Magical White Pages, and today we are doing the
March wrap up. Dun, 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 dun.
So for March, I actually ended up reading a total of 12 books, and then I also ended up reading a total of 9 mangas, which gives me a grand total of 21 books read. Ba-da-da-da-da-da! Just like last month, we are going to be dividing the books from the manga, so I'll be showing you the books first, because those who aren't interested in the mangas, they can skedoodle away as soon as we get to that part. So let's get started. The very first book that I finished in March was actually an audiobook, and it was The Curious Case of Benjamin Button by F. Scott Fitzgerald, which I didn't realize that he actually wrote that book. And it's really short, but it was so good. I'd seen the movie, and there's quite a few differences, clearly. I mean, they made the movie a lot more dramatic and things. And the book, though, oh my goodness. It had me cracking up laughing. I absolutely adored it. It was great. The audiobook was actually pretty well done as well. I really liked the narrator and the way that they did it. There actually is parts in this that are clearly very sad, and a few things where you're just kind of like, I'm questioning you kind of thing. So it really got you to actually start thinking about things. Whereas it started off quite humorous and very comical, you get to this underlying moment where you're just like realizing there's actually some deeper stuff in this than just being something funny. That it has underlining things. And I really enjoyed that, because I went into it starting off with the laughs and stuff, and then by the time I get to the end of the book, I'm just like, whoa. The second book that I read was also an audiobook, and it was also very short, so I don't know if you consider it an actual book or more like it was like just a short story. And this one was The Captain of the Pole Star by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. This one gave me, I liked it, but I don't know if anybody ever watched the original Twilight Zone growing up. Like, I used to watch it with my mom. It made me feel like I was reading a Twilight Zone episode, because there was these kind of a little bit of like creepy factors to it. It was kind of like a mystery kind of paranormal story, and then when you get to the end of it, it kind of just like leaves an opening for the story to be continued, which I really enjoyed. It was very good, very short, very easy read. Again, it was an audiobook. This one, I don't think I liked the narrator quite as well as I liked in the Curious Case of Benjamin Button, but it was well off enough that honestly I still got like, you know. The third book that I read in March was Black Beauty by Anna Sewell. I think I've spoke about these in some of my other videos. I really enjoyed this. It really surprised me. I mean, I've enjoyed a lot of classics recently, especially children's classics, but I never thought I could get so emotionally attached and in depth to this this horse and the things that he goes through throughout his life. I mean, I'm just like, at one point I actually was crying during this one part, and I'm just like, what? I can't, what? The fourth book that I read in March was a reread, and it was Cinder by Marissa Meyer. I love this book just as much as I loved it the first time. Still 5 stars. Still love. I'm gonna shut up now. The fifth book I read in March, finally, Falling Kingdoms, the first book by Morgan Rhodes. This book was, I love it. I do recommend this book. A little bit addicting once you really get into it, and like, even if you don't like everything in it, you're just sitting there like,
A little bit on the edge of the seat going like, I need to read some more. Yeah. There's parts where I'm just like, and I'm just like, what are you doing? What's up? It's just like, there's stuff in this.
I do actually have a couple of things that I didn't like about this book, so I did end up giving it 4 stars instead of 5. But that being said, I'm actually considering trying to do a review on this book. I know I haven't done any reviews, but I'm actually thinking about it. And that leads us to the 6th book that I read, which was Rebel Springs by Morgan Rhodes, the 2nd book in the Fallen Kingdom series. I actually think I may have liked this one a little bit more than the first one, because some of the things that bothered me in the second one didn't bother me as much in this one, even though there were some things that continued into this one still. And the fact is that I can't talk about this one because it's a sequel. So leave me alone. Stop staring at me as I try and ramble on about it. And then the 7th book that I read for this month was my buddy read, and it was Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. I read it with Allie from Allie Bobbity Books. Yay! We read it together. She loved it. I was happy, so happy, because she liked Cinder and she liked this, and I recently saw that she finished Crest and she liked that too. So I'm just like, high fives, Allie! Boom! Okay, so books 8, 9, 10, and 11 that I read for this month are all from the same series, and they are actually children's books. I have started reading these series with my nephews. They are super duper loving them, and the books we are reading are The Magic Tree House. This is Volume 1's Dinosaurs Before Dark. Volume 2, The Night at Dusk. Volume 3, Mummies in the Morning. The last one is Pirates Past Noon, which is book 4. So we read book 1 through 4 right now. We're trying to go through most of the series between a mix of the ones that my mom gave me to read with them and the ones that we're getting from the library to fill in the gaps. And I thought I should add it in because, hey, maybe somebody else wants to add in what they've been reading with the little kids in their lives. And then finally, book number 12, the last book that I read on the last day at the last minute of March. And that was The Wrath in the Dawn by Renee something. I really like this book. I ended up giving it 4 stars, but one, because it took me a little while to get into the story, but otherwise, I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. I wasn't sure if I would because a few of my friends didn't enjoy it and then a few of them did, so it was kind of iffy up in the air on whether it would be one that I would personally like or not. I ended up giving it 4 stars. Oh, it was good. I am a major buff for retelling. Cannot believe the way they left off. I mean, I can, but it is just the perfect ending to make you be like, I need the next book. And I'm so glad that I didn't read this earlier because now the second book is about to come out soon and I can't wait to read it. And now I need to own my own copy because of the fact that I did the library and I didn't buy it because I wasn't sure if I was going to want it. So now I must own it because I really like it and I do want to reread it. I don't know if anybody noticed, but yes, I completed my TBR that I was planning on reading for March. Yes! Yes! Like, what, the first time since I've started this channel? I'm so happy! Yes! So, it was actually a pretty good reading month. I actually did go a lot slower, and even though it was 12 books, a lot of them were children's books, a lot of them, like a couple of them were audio books, so it was just a nice mix of things. But that is it for the books. For those of you who are interested in the manga, stick around. We are going to be moving on to that presently. For those of you who enjoyed the books and are done for right now, thank you so much for watching. We really enjoyed it. And you guys have a lovely, outstanding day. Please like and subscribe. Bye. So now we're going to get on to the manga section. I read a total of 9 mangas. So since all of these mangas are actually a continuation and pretty far into the series, I can't actually give you any synopsis on it because of the fact of spoilers. So you will understand why once I show you. So the first manga that I read in March was Pandora Hearts, Volume 11. I am really enjoying this series. It's really getting pretty good and pretty in-depth. It is kind of like a mystery, kind of a little bit of, it's like not really thriller, but it does have like a mystery kind of suspense aspect to it, which I very much enjoy. So there we go. The next one that I read in March was Fairy Tail Volume 52. This clearly, being that it's volume 52, is extremely far into the series, but Fairy Tail has to do with a bunch of wizards who are in a guild, and they pretty much go out on these adventures to stop, you know, bad guys and villains and things like that, and it has a lot of aspects that have to do with like friendship, and I really enjoy that, but be warned, Fairy Tail has a lot of fan service, which fan service means that it's just kind of like some pervy stuff. Pervy stuff that makes you be like, "Eeh." And I definitely get "Eeh" when I see it. So this volume specifically had a good bit of that. Mashima. The third manga I read this month was actually from the library, which was Black Butler, Volume 1. This was quite interesting. Very different. It kind of has like, it's done in like a Victorian time frame kind of thing. And it does kind of remind me a little bit of Pandora Hearts, but not at the same time. I'm not quite sure what I think of this series yet. I think I need to get a little bit further in to really kind of get some ideas from it. So if I can find a way to read the next couple of volumes, maybe we'll see what my thoughts are on it. But it was okay. The fourth manga that I read was Pandora Hearts Volume 12. Again, continuation to this series. And, I'm telling you, this had some really sweet moments in it. And I really enjoyed it. And then there was this parts where you're just like, I love that I'm getting into like the big background to the characters. I am quite enjoying that right now. So just like, yes, everything's starting to tie together. And then the fifth manga that I read was Noragami Volume 10. So then of course, once I've read Volume 10 of Noragami, I picked up Volume 11 of Noragami, which has my moment in it. My moments. Where's my moment? My moment! Oh, one of the first pages I turned to. And it's my moment. Yay! I love OTP moments. So cute. So cute. Just so you know, this guy might be adorable on the front, but I hate him. Oh, he's a jerk. And then the last three mangas that I read in March was Naruto Volume 1, 2, and 3. Yes, I finally read them. Thank goodness. Oh man, my brother is right. Actually, the art in this and the scenes that you see in the anime, it's just so well done, the different fighting scenes. I really do enjoy that. I am really enjoying getting into the world of Naruto between the anime and the manga. I can't wait to continue it and see what else happens. I actually didn't watch or read it for a very long time because I was under the assumption that Naruto was a brat and that he was just kind of like stupid and things like that. And I don't know why I got that assumption from it, but I was wrong. You watch it, you're going to be crying for him. You're going to be feeling for him and so many of the other characters. There's so much development and the world is so easy to get into. Don't be me. Don't spend a long time not getting into something just because you have your own prejudgment opinion on it. You need to at least try it and get a little bit further into it before you decide these things. Okay, so that is it for my March wrap up. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Maybe we'll see you next month. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I would so much enjoy that. And thank you. Have a lovely day. Bye.
I spoke a little bit about these in some of my other books. What? And I'm just like, did that just happen? What? What was next? Cinder. Ours? No, it's mine. What? I don't even know who you are on the front of this. I've been trying to figure it out. But you know what? I can't figure it out and nobody will tell me who you are. And I know you're not Magnus. You can't be Jonas. Who are you? A lot of them, ow. What you doing? You trying to get me a paper cut? You're so rude. That really hurt. What? That was wrong. You do the math. My brain hurts.